Hey everyone, this is your friendly neighborhood World Film Geek Albert Valentin. Welcome to the 2022 World Film Geek Awards. We are really excited because the competition this year was insane. After watching 151 movies this year, I broke my personal record for most new films in the year. We're getting ready to present some awards. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just get right to it. We're going to start with our film and technical awards. We have five new awards this year, believe it or not. So our first one is going to be Best Stunt Fight Choreography. Now, this one goes to a movie that was released in, I believe, October, and it's a sequel to a 2018 vehicle starring Scott Adkins, who returns in the role of Mike Fallon, a hitman who makes his hits look like accidents, and he's forced into a situation that he never really wanted to get involved in. But the fighting here is impressive, and kudos has to go to the team behind it. Scott and Tim Mann were assisting this trio of fight choreographers. So let's give a hearty congratulations to George Kirby, Andy Longwing, and Dante Hung Dong for Accident Man Hitman's Holiday, Best Stunt Fight Choreography. In our second of our new awards this year, we have Best Special Effects and Makeup. And this was pretty much an easy one. I mean, this guy worked really hard. Not only was he directing and writing a screenplay, he ended up doing the special effects himself for this now instant horror classic. I would say because let's just face it. I mean, he was going to get a team to do this, and they pulled out the last minute. So this guy worked his butt off and gave us some amazing kill scenes. So congratulations to Damian Leone for Terrifier 2, our best special effects makeup award of 2022. Next up is another new award. It's Best Editing. This one goes out to a Japanese director who made a virtual one take film, which is kind of a sci fi comedy that takes place, well, as the title says, it's called Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes. And it's so convincingly done that you can barely tell if there's any hidden cuts. If there are, I didn't notice them. And that's because the editing was superb. So the award goes to Junta Yamaguchi for Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes for Best Editing of 2022. And finally, for our new awards, we have Best Cinematography. Now, this one goes out to another horror film this year. There was a great shot that reminded me of the 1974 classic Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Bunch of people in the van, and the film is set in the 70s. And it's just this just alone just made it. And it was close. It was between this movie and another movie that had a perfect final shot that was so amazing. But I had to give it to this horror film that because the way it looked so visually surreal. It reminded me of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And the film itself is described as Boogie Nights meets the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And lo and behold, it was set in Texas, even though it was shot in New Zealand. So our best cinematography award goes to Elliot Rocket for the film X. Now, before we get into our acting awards, I want to give a special achievement award to a company that was just launched this year because they've done something amazing. Um, the company is called Visual Vengeance, and they are a sister label of Wild Eye Releasing. What their mission is to release long lost films from the 80s, 90s, and early noughts that were shot on video mostly. I mean, ever since their launch this past summer, they've done an amazing job releasing Blu-rays of these amazing cult classics that were originally self-distributed by some of these filmmakers. And I've had the pleasure to interview some of these filmmakers behind these films. And from Todd Sheets and his Moonchild to Drew Godaris and his LA AIDS Jabber to Eric Swetland and his 30-year long lost film, Heartland of Darkness. I mean, to get the understanding of how this all came about and how it's now coming to a new generation today, it's just simply amazing. So I had to give the Special Achievement Award to Visual Vengeance for their releases of long lost films from the 80s to early 2000s. And I hope they keep going with it because I cannot wait to see more of their output. And I hope you guys do too. But let's get into our acting awards. Well, we're going to start with the breakout star of 2022. This one wasn't so easy to determine who it was going to be. This actor has been stellar in the horror genre this year. She went from Scream to X to American Carnage, and now she has one of the hottest Netflix shows this year, Wednesday, playing the titular Wednesday Addams. So it's no surprise that breakout star of 2022 at the World Film Geek Awards is Jenna Ortega. She joins Liana Liberato and Cameron Scott as the breakout stars, and this was definitely her year, and I can't wait to see what else she's going to put out in 2023. Next up is our Best New Director Award. This one goes out to a man who made his debut this year with a Western film, which is based on historical fact, and it's about these little theories about the death of Meriwether Lewis. And this was this director's very first feature film, and he was so excited that he wants to tackle more of this and kind of create a new um, MCU is called the Mysterious Circumstance Universe. So the best new director this year goes out to Clark Ritchie for Mysterious Circumstance: The Death of Meriwether Lewis. So congratulations, Clark. Next up is our Best Supporting Female Award. Now this one goes out to a South African actress who made quite an impression this year for me in the role of Evie in this film. It's kind of a sci-fi fantasy film set in the titular structure. She did such a tremendous job, and I had the pleasure of talking to her this year about the role. And she just did a fantastic job. If you have not seen this film yet, I recommend it. But you definitely got to check out this movie. It's called Glass House, and the reason is for this Best Supporting Female performance from Anya Talyard. So congratulations, Anya. You are the Best Supporting Female performance of 2022. Next up is our Best Supporting Male performance. This one goes out to an absolute legend. If you don't know this guy by now, seriously, you are missing out. His roles in The Road Warrior, Weird Science, he even was in Power Rangers. I mean, this guy is such an amazing actor. And in this film, he plays the father of the main character. And when they break down into an embankment during a snowstorm, he goes out to get help. But there's a very emotional scene just before this happens where I just felt he definitely needs to get an award just for that scene alone. So this year's Best Supporting Male Performance goes out to the amazing Vernon Wells for the film Frost. So congratulations, Vernon. Next up is our Best Lead Female Performance Award. Now this one, I gonna tell you, this was tough for me. So this is the first of a few draws. There are two phenomenal performances this year that have to be pretty much told. I mean, these two actors did such an amazing job, and both of them were in these horror films, and they brought out the best, and I mean the absolute best in their performances. So without a doubt, I had to give it. I couldn't give it just to one because they were just so good at this point. So I want to say congratulations to Lauren Lavera for Terrifier 2 and Mia Goth for X. They won Best Lead Female Performances of 2022 in the first of our draws. Next up is our Best Lead Male Performance. I am glad to say that after a 20-year hiatus, this actor has made a major comeback. I was waiting for him to eventually make this, hopefully return to acting. I've seen him for so many years as a kid growing up with films like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and The Goonies. He did a martial arts flick called Breathing Fire. His last film before this was a 2002 Hong Kong film called Second Time Around. And then he decided to take a break. He focused on fight choreography and he became a DJ for a while. But to have him back in such an amazing role in such an amazing film, it's safe to say I'm glad that he's back. So I want to say congratulations and welcome back, Ki Hai Kwan, for Everything Everywhere All at Once. You won the Best Male Performance of 2022. And finally, we have our Best Director Award. Now, actually, this one goes out to a duo. So it's Best Directors Award, if you will. These guys really turned out a film this year that just blew me away. I heard so much about it. We actually have some World Film Geek Hall of Famers involved in this production. And when I got to finally see the film this past summer, during the summer, I was just like, holy crap, this is an amazing movie. Wow. I couldn't say anything more about it. I was just, my jaw dropped. I was laughing. I got a little bit emotional. I mean, this movie is just great. And if you have not seen it yet, you have to go see it. But I want to say congratulations to Dan Kwan and Daniel Scheinert for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Best directors of 2022. Congratulations, guys. Before we get into our film awards, I want to recognize the inductees of this year's Hall of Fame. These six people are amazing. They've been in films for so many years and involved in filmmaking, and it's just an honor to have them in this year Hall of Fame. And so I created a little video to pay tribute to them, and you'll also get to see who will be the first inductee of the 2023 Hall of Fame, the fourth class. So enjoy this video, guys. It is an absolute honor to announce that Diane Franklin will be the first inductee of the 2023 World Film Geek Hall of Fame. I had the pleasure of talking with her back in 2019 for the film Amityville Murders. What I liked about her is she has such a great storytelling presence and even got to break out in her Monique French accent from Better Off Dead during part of the interview. And it was such a delight to talk to her. And I will tell you, I got her book on Better Off Dead. And if you haven't gotten it, you definitely need to read it. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of fun facts and some interviews. But I'm pleased to announce that Diane Franklin will be joining the Hall of Fame next year. So congratulations, Diane. Now, without further ado, let's get into our film awards, and I'm just gonna let these guys do the talking for themselves, using clips from these trailers. So check it out. Let's see who went, who are this year's film winners.
And ain't this guy by his ass.
We've got to cancel the festival.
What are you talking about? Multiple gators crawling out of the sewer? This festival brings in a whole heck of a lot of money for this town. And if you have to bring in resources, be my guest. But this festival will go on.
We need a hunter.
A divorced woman with a child should be begging strangers on the street to move in with her.
Grandma, don't be dumb.
You'll hear what he said to me.
Because you're dumb.
What's going on?
Just you wait.
Do you think you have a future?
I can't let myself think about the future.
We need to get moving.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Meriwether Lewis, governor of Louisiana, and I need accommodations.
I've been sent here specifically to speak with you both about the death of Meriwether Lewis.
What are you doing?
You have welcomed a threat across our threshold. What is your name?
I don't think I ever had one.
You don't know this man, B.
You can't trust so soon.
You don't trust anything you can't put in your box.
You never take your eyes off me, do you?
Dr. Mercer knows everything there is to know about mushrooms. He spent his entire life studying them in science labs, in the woods, and in his kitchen. Science is his life. He doesn't...
I want it to sound far from everything. Like everything's upside down.
It would seem that the CEO has put out a contract on my son, Dante. I need you to protect my son at all costs. Do you understand?
And there's a gaggle of assassins about to turn up. Kill every last one of you. So you better get your skates on. There's a proper game on.
telling you it was him, Allie. Right down to the little black dot on the tip of his nose.
You're really weird, you know that?
I believe him.
About what? Something really bad's gonna happen tonight.
No, I know when Jonathan's lying, okay? I could hear it in his voice. Something's wrong.
Look.
I'm not your husband. I'm another version of him from another universe. I'm here because we need your help.
Very busy today. No time to help you.
Across the multiverse, I've seen thousands of Evelyns. You can access all their memories, their emotions, even their skills. There's a great evil spreading throughout the many verses. And you may be our only chance.
And that marks the end of the 2022 World Film Geek Awards. I hope you had a good time watching this video as I did making it. It took a lot of work, research, and everything just to decide who was going to win these awards. So congratulations to all the winners. But there were a lot of great films out this year. So don't lose faith in films, guys. Keep watching them. Legally, of course. Don't pirate. Get the Blu-rays, get DVDs. You can rent from Redbox. Get them on. Watch them on demand. Rent them on demand. Just do what you gotta do, man. Just keep it up. And until then, we will see you for the top 20 of 2022, and then we're gonna start fresh in 2023. So until then, take care, guys.